everybody, so welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking a little bit about Gene Kelly. Now, most of you, if you don't know who Gene Kelly is the most famous choreographer, dancer, and director, and teacher who teaches everyone how to dance and stuff. So, what is the thing you need to know about Gene Kelly? Well, I will show it to you, and so, but first, I might tell you my little Gene Kelly book in the Reverse before I talk a little bit more about Gene, how I found him, and talk about his life and stuff, what I know things about. So, as you remember, I showed you all my Gene Kelly collections. I showed you this book before, and so what this Gene Kelly book about is it just tells all about his life or what he had done, how he got to be famous and all that stuff. So, but as you can see, here's a lot of pages that you read, but I'm not gonna read the whole thing because it's like a bunch of pages long and stuff. But I will show you some pictures of Gene. So, here is a picture of Gene Kelly when he was a little baby. He looks a little adorable. And then here's some picture of him when he was kind of older. That's his third wife that he married back in the days. And yeah, and then there's him dancing with his clone. That was special effects when they used back in the old days. Back then, they didn't have no computers or technology stuff way back then. But that's supposed to be him, like a couple girl, clone, pretend. But anyways, so this book's called A Life of Dream and Dance. Of life and dance and dream. So that's what it says up here. And then the writer who wrote this book about Gene Kelly is Alvin and the Hooking, I think. And then on the back, it tells all about his movies, what he has done with all the movies, which I will read some of the movies to you. The Time of Your Life by Paul Joey, that was one of his first movies that he did. And then For Me and My Gal, and Dewberry Was a Lady, that was the Cheer, Couple Girl, Angus Away, Sixer Folly, The Pirate, The Three Musketeers, Wood and Music, Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and other movies he did includes On the Town, Summer Stock, American Paris, which that's my most favorite movie of Gene that he did, and Seen in the Rain, Brigadoon, Is Always Fair Weather, Invitation to the Dance, The Girls, and the list of the other movies that he did just goes on and on and on and on. And also, he did this part in American Paris when he was dancing at the end of the movie. And that's supposed to be him when he was doing dancing in Summer Stock, too. So anyways, I'm not going to read you the whole story, but I will tell you about Gene Kelly's life stuff. And then, here's a Gene Kelly movie. It just talks about the same thing as the other book that tells you up there. And it says, Gene Kelly, the can have proud of announcement, but the Gene Kelly platform of dance, and then just tells you back of the same thing, tells you all about the movie and stuff, and then when you open it, it just tells you right here about this, all the movie, all the stuff he did. It's a picture of him there. Or stuff like that. and using. So but it will tell you about all the same thing what Gene has done. So anyway, so let's start all about how I found Gene Kelly, and then I will tell you all about how I know about Gene Kelly. So I remember when I was watching TV and when I was a little, probably about 6 or something, 3 or something years old, but no, I think it was 16. I'm not really sure how old was I was trying to think. But anyway, so I was watching old TV back time, and I love watching these old classic movies because I love old musical stuff. It's very fun and entertaining how they mixed up old music way back. And then while I was watching TV, I saw, the first time I saw the movie of his movie was the cover girl that I saw. And when I first saw Gene Kelly on the cover girl on the movies, I sort of really like him a lot, a bunch. And I never seen that. Not a lot of guys are not that really handsome as that, but when I first saw Gene Kelly, he was really so cute and handsome. Like, I got a really close to him and stuff. And so, but when my mom was like, "Who is that handsome, gorgeous man?" And I started like Gene Kelly, and she got went nuts of him, like she got went nuts. And so I love watching all his movies, his musicals. I really enjoy him and stuff. I love Gene Kelly so much that I even collect all of his movies. That I collect was, I think the first movie that we ever got was the Brigadoon, and some of the movies, and then I collect those old Gene Kelly newspapers back then, which I just showed you on the next video, and I collect this book and all that stuff. And so that's another reason how I found the Gene Kelly on that TV and stuff. So anyways, so enough talking about that. So let's start about how Gene Kelly got to be the famous producer and author. And so when Gene Kelly wanted to, first of all, he didn't want to be a dancer at first, because he rather doing baseball stuff, things like that. So, but his mother wanted him to take dance classes when he was young, but he did not really want to do that. But his mother made him to tap dance, but then he didn't like it first. But then when he got used to being tap dancing, he was really good. So he got really good at being good tap dancer and stuff. He realized, that's my career. What I want to do is be a dancer and stuff. And then by the age when he was done with school graduating and stuff, he figured out what he wants to do with his life, and he want to be a dancer and as a chorapher. And so and then when he went to New York, his first solo dancing thing he's done was, I think it was probably old musical that he done and stuff. But then after he started doing the Power Joy scene. That's one of his first movies that he ever tried to done, and so he tap dances scene to the, I think it was the judges, I think, who wants him. But then they said to him, and so he got to be the most famous quantum dancer in the world. So he started being famous and stuff, choreographer and dancer, and he finally got to do his dream, what he always wanted to do. Yep, and so by then, and then by then he met his first wife, her name was Betsy Blair, which one of really burns, but I'll tell you at the end what happened to her at the end, how we But anyway, so Gene Kelly made his first wife into the end. He's made his first wife that he made at the end, and then he started doing other movies like For Me and My Gal with Judy Garland. I think that was the first musical with Judy Garland that he ever done with her. Now Judy Garland, who played Dorothy from the famous Wizard of Oz, as you can tell. But anyway, so to make back out, he done a lot of other things like words and music and probably Miguel and Take Me on the Ball Game and all the list of the movies that he done just keeps other movies done on and on. And so anyways, so I'm going to be doing this, making part 2, because I don't want to make this too long, but I will be doing part 2 of the next one. So let's see the next video of Gene Kelly's life. So bye.